I still sleep on my side of the bed. Though you're gone, your voice stays in my head. You said forever with a quiet tone, then vanished like a ghost I'd never known. Every mirror shows your smile, though it's been a painful while. I reach for you in midnight's glow, but you're just someone I used to know. You left with your echo, still ringing soft and low. A whisper in the wind I chase, a touch I'll never face. I gave you all I could show. Now I'm left with your echo. I wear your sweater in the rain, pretending warmth can mask the pain. You promised skies, you gave me night. You were my wrong that once felt right. Now the clock ticks loud and slow, in the silence we used to go. I walk the rooms like they still speak, but your goodbye was far too bleak. You left with your echo, still ringing soft and low. A whisper in the wind I chase, a touch I'll never face. I gave you all I could show. Now I'm left with your echo. I wear your sweater in the rain, pretending warmth can mask the pain. You were the song I couldn't write, the fire that burned without the light. You left but parts of you remain in every soft September rain. You left with your echo, still ringing soft and low. A whisper in the wind I chase, a touch I'll never face. I gave you all I could show. Now I'm left with your echo. Maybe I'll forget your name, but the echo, it still sounds the same. Maybe I'll forget your name, but the echo, it still sounds the same. We stood under flickering lights, your hands too cold, your smile too tight. You said we've reached the final page, but I was still inside the stage. You whispered maybe this is best, while I still wore your beating chest. You left me dancing with the dark, a love that only left a mark. I wanted more than goodbye, more than silence in your eyes. I needed reasons, I needed time. You gave me distance wrapped in lies. You turned and walked while I still tried. I wanted more than goodbye. You packed your words and closed the door. I begged for less pain, not more. I held on like it wasn't done. You slipped away like morning sun. Your shadow lingers in my sleep, in every promise you didn't keep. I screamed in thoughts I couldn't say. You faded like a film in gray. I wanted more than goodbye, more than silence in your eyes. I needed reasons, I needed time. You gave me distance wrapped in lies. You turned and walked while I still tried. I wanted more than goodbye. I won't chase your fading light, I won't beg to hold you tight. You left me broken, but I see I lost you long before you left me. I wanted more than goodbye, more than tears I had to hide. I needed closure, not this fight. You vanished like the morning tide. You said nothing, not even why. I wanted more than love too much, but I survived. I wanted more, but I'm still alive. Without a warning, like the wind that fades at night. I whispered all my prayers to the stars that lost their light. I still wear your memory like a dress, stitched with hope and tenderness. But I still believe in love, even when the sky won't clear. I still believe in us, though your voice is just a tear. Time may take your shadow, but it can't steal my dreams of a heart that still believes. The photographs are fading, but I see your eyes in mine. And every song that finds me feels like fate's secret sign. Time may take your shadow, but it can't steal my dreams of a heart that still believes. Photographs are fading, but I see your eyes in mine. And every song that finds me feels like fate's secret sign. I still feel you in the rain, dancing gently through the pain. Yes, I still believe in love, even when the world turns cold. I still believe in us, though your hand I'll never hold. Time may move without you, but my soul won't ever leave. A heart that still believes. The photographs are fading, even when the world turns cold. I still believe in us, though your voice is just a tear. Time may take your shadow, but it can't steal my dreams of a heart that still believes. Maybe we were meant to break, to learn how much a soul can take. But every crack in me still sings of you and all the love you bring. I still believe in love, though this silence softly grieves. I still believe in us, in the story no one sees. Even if forever was never ours to keep, I am still the heart that believes. And I be the heart that still believes. You smiled like it meant something real. I could tell by how you feel. You said we're fine, like it's a script, but your love's already slipped. I waited in the quiet nights for words that never came, and every touch just felt polite, no passion in your name. You said everything was fine, but you weren't. I say trying to fix what you wouldn't. I believe the lines you drew, but I was loving more than you. You said everything was fine, but you weren't. I held on while your heart let go, pretending not to know. You made me feel like I was wrong for holding on too long. You whispered with a hollow sound, like echoes in a hall. You kissed me but we're breaking down. You built an unseen wall. You said everything was fine, but you weren't. I say try turn your back like the story's done. But I still stood there, facing the sun. No angry words, just empty space. Love left your eyes without a trace. You didn't ask me how I feel. You moved on like it's no big deal. But I stayed up through every night, trying to understand what wasn't right. And I knew deep in my soul the only way was letting go. Still I said goodbye, though it tore my heart in two. Still I walked away, even when I needed you. You were silent, I was loud, saying all the things I'm not allowed. Still I said goodbye, even though you never tried. I practiced lines I never say, in hopes you care enough to stay. But love should never beg or plead, so I gave you what you didn't need. You smiled like nothing broke apart, but I was bleeding from the start. Sometimes strong means letting go, even when it hurts you so. Still I said goodbye, though it tore my heart in two. Still I walked away, even when I needed you. You were silent, I was loud, saying all the things I'm not allowed. Oh, still I said goodbye, even though you never tried. The rain fell down, but I stood tall. A quiet end, no curtain call. You didn't love me, and that's why. Still I said goodbye. Still I said goodbye. Ooh, I practice lines I never say, in hopes you care enough to stay. But love should never beg or plead, so I gave you what you didn't need. You smiled like nothing broke apart, but I was bleeding from the start. Sometimes strong means letting go, even when it hurts you so. Still I said goodbye. My hands not holding tight. Ooh. Still I walked alone, fading softly into night. You just watched, didn't cry, but I knew it was time to fly. Still I said goodbye. You still said goodbye. I still remember how you said goodbye, like you were leaving but you didn't cry. I watched the door, I held my breath. Your silence louder than your steps, and I replay every single line, like echoes caught in frozen time. This is where I leave you, in my heart, in a place where all the healing starts. No more waiting, no more tears, only memories and quiet years. You'll never know how far you went, but this is where the story ends. The dreams we built are turning gray, and I've run out of words to say. You faded like a distant song. It used to feel like home so long, but I forgive the way you broke the promises we never spoke. This is where This is where I leave you in my heart, in a place where all the healing starts. No more waiting, no more tears, only memories and quiet years. You'll never know how far you went, but this is where the story ends. But this is where the story ends. And I'll still smile when I recall where I leave you once and for all. You showed up like a sunrise, lit my world in golden flame, said forever in a whisper, and then vanished just the same. I kept the words you never said in the quiet of my chest, but your silence told the story you never did confess. You loved me like a promise that never meant to stay. You held me like tomorrow, but take it all away. Now I'm standing in the ruins of the things we didn't say. You remembered how to leave, but you forgot to stay. I still wear your last goodbye like a ribbon in my mind. Tried to chase your fading footprints, but they were never mine. You said the stars would guide us home, but you walked the other way. Now the night just echoes softly what you chose not to say. You love me like a fire that burned too bright to last. You kissed me like redemption, then vanished with the past. Now I'm lost among the ashes of the love we threw away. You remembered how to leave, but you forgot to stay. Maybe I was just a chapter and you needed the end, but I gave you all the pages that I never learned to mend. You loved me like a heartbeat you never meant to keep. You haunted all my dreams, but never heard me weep. And I'll whisper to the ocean till it takes my pain away. You remembered how to leave, but you forgot to stay. You forgot to stay, but I remember everything. I spoke 1,000 words to you, but none were ever heard. You filled the room with empty noise, and silence stole my world. I waited for a single sign, but quiet took your place in time. When the silence spoke for me, it said all I couldn't scream. Through the quiet I was seen, not broken, just finally free. No more echoes, no more pleas. The silence spoke for me. I traced your voice in photographs, but they were out of frame. I wore your name like second skin, but it never felt the same. I learned that peace can sound like pain, but healing whispers through the rain. When the silence spoke for me, it sang louder than your lies. I found truth in empty space. sacred note, a voice I never knew I wrote. When the silence spoke for me, it became my sweetest sound. In the stillness I returned, not broken, just finally free. No more echoes, no more pleas. The silence spoke for me, and I finally listened to me. I finally listened to me. And the silence spoke for me, it became my sweetest sound. In the stillness I returned, no more need to justify. No more echoes, no more pleas. The silence spoke for me, and I finally listened to me. A silence I couldn't fill. In every echo I hear you still. The coffee's cold, the lights are dim. Your ghost lives on in everything. I talk to shadows in the dark, still hoping you will leave a mark. And then the rain knew my name, falling gently like your pain. Every drop became your touch, soft and fleeting, never too much. You were gone but somehow stayed. When the rain knew my name, your sweater's folded on the chair. I breathe you in, you're everywhere. I wear your memory like perfume. It lingers long after you left the room. I still keep your favorite song, pretend I'm fine but I sing it wrong. And then the rain knew my name, falling stories on my window pane. Each year it felt was not the same, some for sorrow, some for blame, but they all whisper your name. When the rain knew my name, baby, love was meant to fade, but not the dreams we softly made. I still walk where you once stood, and the sky somehow understood. And now the rain knows my name, it holds me close and hides my shame. Though you're gone, I'm not alone. The storm became my second home, and I found peace in the pain. When the rain knew my name, it still knows, it still rains, and it still calls me by your name. It still knows, it still rains, and it still calls me by your name. Gently like your pain, every drop became your touch, soft and fleeting, never too much. You were gone but somehow stayed. When the rain knew my name, it still knows, it still rains, it still calls me by your name. I held my breath beneath the thunder, wishing you'd come back inside. But silence filled the space between us, and all I had were tears to hide. You said love was never easy, but you never said goodbye. Now I'm talking to the shadows and asking them why. When the rain held me and knew what you forgot, the way my heart was breaking in every lonely thought. I cried into the silence you left inside of me, and found some kind of healing in the storm's gentle plea. I tried to write a final letter, but the words just wouldn't stay. Your ghost still lives in corners of the things I meant to say. You moved on like morning light, but I stayed in the night. Now the rain's my only witness to all I had to fight. When the rain held me, it listened without blame. It didn't try to fix me, just stayed and said my name. I whispered through the silence where you would never see that I'm stronger than I ever thought I'd be. The sky may cry with me tonight, but I no longer need your light. I found my truth in broken skies and learned to love my own goodbye. When the rain held me, it taught me how to fall and rise again, no shattered, with nothing left at all. I walked out from the silence, tears washed out to sea, and now I stand in thunder, finally free. When the rain held me, it let me be me. You be me. I still remember your coffee laugh, how your eyes lit up when you talked of the past. We danced in silence, hearts on fire. Now I'm just smoke in your fading light. I tried to be strong when you let go, but tears know what the heart won't show. When I was yours, love had a name. It echoed like thunder, wild and untamed. Now I'm a whisper in your world, a ghost of the girl from when I was yours. You held my dreams in your careless hands. Now they slip through time like scattered sand. I begged the stars for one more chance, but heaven's deaf to a love that's past. If memories could hold me tight, I'd sleep inside our last goodbye. When I was yours, love had a name. It echoed like thunder, wild and untamed. Now I'm a whisper in your world, a ghost of the girl from when I was yours. Your memories could hold me tight, I'd sleep inside our last goodbye. When I was yours, love had a name. It echoed like thunder, wild and untamed. Now I'm a whisper in your world, a ghost of the girl from when I was yours. I love you more than words confessed, but only in silence, only in rest.
Voice still calls through the silence. I feel it all.
Every memory we made still lingers on. Though you're gone, you're never gone. I'll hold your love until the morning comes. Through every shadow, every rising sun. Even when I stand alone, you're the light that leads me home. I'll hold your love until the morning comes. The stars above know what we share. A love so deep, so unprepared. Even in dreams you find your way to whisper words I need to say. I'll hold your love until the morning comes. The stars above know what we share. A love so deep, so unprepared. Even in dreams you find your way to whisper words I need to say. I'll hold your love until the morning comes. Through every shadow, every rising sun. Even when I stand alone, you're the light that leads me home. I'll hold your love until the morning comes. And if forever means goodbye, I'll still see you when I close my eyes. I'll hold your love until the morning comes. Through every sorrow, through all that's undone. Even when the night is long, your love will always keep me strong. I'll hold your love until the morning comes. I gave you my heart in pieces. You took them like they were whole. Every smile you gave felt easy, but now the silence takes its toll. I replay the words you never said like echoes in an empty hall. You reached for me in shadows, but never caught me when I fall. It's not the way you left me, it's the way you let me fall. Like love was just a whisper that never meant it all. You held me with your absence, you kissed me with the warmth. It's not that you were leaving, but the way you let me fall. I painted us in colors you never learned to see. You danced around the truth, but never danced with me. You lit a spark inside my chest and watched it burn alone. I searched for you in mornings that turned my heart to stone. It's not the way you ended it, it's how you watched me break. You loved me like a story that wasn't yours to take. You vanished in the quiet before I risked it all. It wasn't just the silence, but the way you let me fall. You could have said it hurt you, you could have tried to stay, but some hearts just get colder when they're too afraid to stay. It's not the way you left me, it's the way you let me go. Without a single stood in silence at the door. You left without a final war. No shattered glass, no last goodbye, just empty echoes in the sky. I memorized the way you breathed, but never saw the day you'd leave. Now I'm rehearsing words too late to someone who won't hesitate. And I wrote a million lines, but none could travel back in time. This is the goodbye I never said, the tear that never left my bed, the voice I silenced just for peace, the pain I wrapped in sweet release. You're gone and I'm still here instead, with the goodbye I never said. I lit a candle every year for love that never reappeared, but ashes don't return as flame, and ghosts don't answer when you name. So I let your shadow fade from every plan I ever made. This is the goodbye I never said, the dreams I buried in my head, the touch I missed but won't regret, the heart you broke I won't forget. I breathe, I stand, I rise instead, with the goodbye I never said. With the goodbye I never said. Maybe love's not meant to stay if it teaches us to walk away. I'm stronger now, I feel the shift. Even silence can be a gift. So here's the goodbye I never said. I never said. I whisper it with grace instead. Grace instead. You were a storm I couldn't keep, but now I sing myself to sleep. And with each dawn I move ahead, with the goodbye I never said. Wore your jacket down the street, pretending I still felt your heat. The echo of your last goodbye still haunts the corners of my sky. I smiled today, a little fake, but that's a win I had to take. My friends all ask if I'm okay. I nod and let them look away. I'm still me without you, a little lost, a little bruised, but the stars don't stop their shine just 'cause the moon forgets to rise. You were a storm, I was the sea. Now I'm calm, finally free. I'm still me without you. Your songs still play on late night drives, but I don't cry like I did 5 nights. There's silence now where chaos grew, and peace where I once waited for you. I'm still me without you, a little softer, still pulling through. I learned to breathe with empty hands, to write my name on broken plans. You were a flame, I was the rain, and now I dance without the pain. I'm still me without you. You were never stronger than I ever knew. I don't need a love that fades to feel the sun on better days. You were a dream, I was awake. Now I live for my own sake. I'm still me without you. I'm still here, still me without you. I'm still here, still me without you. Said forever, so I believed. Built castles out of words we weaved. Now I sit where shadows fall, making cranes that won't fly at all. Every fold a silent prayer, wishing you were still right there. Paper cranes and promises, scattered dreams and tear-stained wrist. I held on too long to yesterday. While your love slowly slipped away, all these fragile little things, wings of hope and wedding rings. You left a storm I can't dismiss, just paper cranes and promises. I traced your name 1,000 times, in every line 1,000 lies. Still I whisper in the dark, as if you hear a broken heart. I keep folding just to cope, threading pain into hope. Paper cranes and promises, memories sealed with trembling fists. The echoes of the words we swore now haunt this quiet room once more. Love was light, now it's mist, gone like dreams that don't exist. You left me with emptiness and paper cranes and promises. They say let go, but how do I, when every fold still makes me cry? Paper cranes and promises, you stay love on fingertips. If you come back through that door, would we be what we were before? Or would we break like this? Just paper cranes and promises. Just paper cranes and all your promises. In everything and all your eyes, we're feeling in love with this. Still I whisper in the dark, as if you hear a broken heart. Or would we wake like this? Just paper cranes and promises. Just paper cranes and all your promises. Waited in the silence of a stormy sky, hoping you would come, like the tears I hide. Every echo of your name still haunts the air, but I reach for love, even when you're not there. You were the light in my darkest night, the voice I followed, holding tight. Even when the world turns cold and gray, our love like rainfall never fades away. All the memories drip from the sky like tears, but I hold them close through the passing years. Even if forever's not our fate, I'll keep loving you, come what may. You were the light in my darkest night, the voice I followed, holding tight. Even when the world turns cold and gray, our love like rainfall never fades away. Oh, it's not goodbye, it's just a pause in time. The love still lingers like a tender rhyme, and when I close my eyes to pray, I feel you near like yesterday. You were the light in my darkest night, the voice I followed, holding tight. Even when the world turns cold and gray, our love like rainfall never fades away. Oh, and if love returns with the morning light, I'll be here, arms open wide. 'Cause loving you through joy or pain is like rainfall, soft and never in vain. It's not goodbye, it's just a pause in time. Your love still lingers like a tender rhyme, and when I close my eyes to pray, I feel you near like yesterday. I wrote your name on tear-stained pages and corners of unwritten stages. The words came out, but not to you, just secrets that the paper knew. I folded hope inside each line and told myself you'd read them in time. These are letters I'll never send to a love that came and went. Each word a wish, each line a bend, in a road that has no end. I still write though you won't see what your silence left in me. The ink is dry, but I'm still aching from all the dreams that we were faking. I keep pretending you might care, though I know you're never there. I sealed each envelope with grace, then watched them vanish into space. These are letters I'll never send to a love that came and went. Each word a wish, each line a bend, in a road that has no end. I still write though you won't see what your silence left in me. If love is lost and time won't mend, I'll keep these letters I'll never send. I packed my bags, but not my pain. Left your keys out in the rain. You stood in silence, didn't speak. Your love was always paper thin and weak. I tried to hold what wouldn't stay. Loved you more with each delay. I left my heart at the door. Couldn't carry it anymore. You never knew what it was for. You just watched me hit the floor. Now I'm walking without war. But I left my heart at the door. You called it love, I called it loss. Buried myself beneath the cost. You never asked if I was fine. Only loved the parts that shined. I smiled through the quiet screams, dying slowly in your dreams. I left my heart at the door. It was bruised and growing sore. You never stayed to fight the storm. Just drifted off to something more. Now I'm done keeping the score. So I left my heart at the door. It's not goodbye, it's letting go of someone who never know. The love that bloomed behind closed eyes. The girl you left, the endless tries. I left my heart at the door, but not my soul, not anymore. I'm walking out, I'm not your chore. I found myself worth fighting for. No regrets, no need to restore. 'Cause I left my heart at the door. And I won't be back anymore. You said it felt like it wouldn't break my soul. But silence after promises can echo louder than you know. You walked away with no regret, but I'm the one who won't forget. Now I'm left in the silence where your heartbeat used to stay. But I laughed and filled the quiet. Now there's nothing left to say. I still reach out in the night, but your shadow fades from sight. And I'm left in the silence. Your coffee cup still sits there, like it's waiting for your hand. But the morning feels much colder since you stopped making plans. The truth is heavier than goodbye, and I still don't know why. Now I'm left in the silence where your heartbeat used to stay. But I will have to fill the quiet. Now there's nothing left to say. I still reach out in the night, but your shadow fades from sight. And I'm left in the silence. Your coffee cup still sits there, like it's waiting for your hand. But the morning feels much colder since you stopped making plans. The truth is heavier than goodbye, and I still don't know why. And I'm left in the silence. Maybe love was never meant to last beyond the end, but I would have held on tighter you said we'd break again. So I'm left in the silence, like a song without a line, like a clock without a ticking, like a heart without a sign. You left too soon, too fast, but your silence will always last. I'm still here in the quiet, where love became a ghost, and I'm left in the silence.